Things just took a major turn as we have a new report about the Mark Williams to Los Angeles Lakers saga and what Luka Doncic thinks of the whole deal and if he agrees or disagrees with the fallout from one of the most bizarre trade discussions in the history of the NBA. And welcome to Lakers Digest here, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff, and we cover everything starting with Los Angeles Lakers. Today, we're going to break down what this report was, the implications, and how the Los Angeles Lakers are going to move forward this offseason as they fall to the Minnesota Timberwolves in shocking fashion in just 5 games in the first round. But we're not going to stop here giving you guys around-the-clock coverage surrounding your Lakers as they have now a full offseason to build around Luka Doncic. So if you want to be around for that ride, help us get to 20,000 subscribers because about 76% of you guys watching our videos are not subscribed. So if that is you watching this video right now, hit the subscribe button because I promise you guys the season might be done, but we are not done here on Lakers Digest as we work 365 days out of the year and maybe 366 if it is a leap year. So I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer. You're probably wondering what this report is if you do not know. So missed the mark. That is what the Lakers, of course, did as the trade falls through after a failed physical that would have sent Mark Williams to the Charlotte Hornets. But we didn't necessarily hear what all the Lakers had to think about it, but we just got a report that actually picks the brain a little bit of Luka Doncic. Dave McMenamin, who covers the Lakers for ESPN, said this today that Mark Williams was Luka Doncic's preferred lot partner from a list of potential trade targets and communicated that to the team. However, the Lakers, quote, just couldn't live with what they saw on Williams' physical. So basically this report is telling us, guys, that Luka wanted Mark Williams to be his running mate in purple and gold. And we saw Jackson Hayes a little bit in the regular season do that for Luka, but when Sugar Honey Iced Tea, if you know what that initials is, hit the fan, Jackson Hayes went from being the starting center for the Lakers to not even playing in a must-win Game 5 game because J.J. Redick could not trust him. And honestly, guys, I can't blame him because Jackson Hayes looked pretty garbage out there and did not look like he was ready to handle the Minnesota Timberwolves and that size and athleticism that the Minnesota's front court brings. So as a result, the Lakers are now going to be shopping again as Jackson Hayes is a free agent. Perhaps he's back, perhaps he's not, but they definitely need to find a starting center. And I guess Mark Williams is probably not going to be that. And of course, guys, he definitely had his rounds and his fun on social media as he tweeted out this emoji after the Lakers lost, pretty much immediately after the loss, and then also this photo on Instagram. So clouding the Lakers, sure, but I've never seen somebody not want to play for the Charlotte Hornets as bad as Mark Williams. Like, this guy does not want to play. Like, he's still in the NBA. He's still under contract with a team, and he just cannot let it go. I mean, that just shows you how bad the Charlotte Hornets are. Lakers, as bad as they look in the playoffs, they are not nearly as bad as the Charlotte Hornets. They are just praying that Cooper Flagg, they can land him in the NBA draft lottery, which is coming up in a handful of weeks here. But it's going to bring us to our next point because I don't want to talk about the Charlotte Hornets too much here. Should the Lakers have followed through with the trade? Because it does leave you remiss because Mark Williams did have his best season of his career with Charlotte. Dalton Knecht did not play at all. Of course, the Lakers waived Cam Reddish after they brought in Alex Len. And again, guys, in case you may forgot what the trade was, this was it. Remember, the Lakers, the original trade agreement was that they were going to send Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, a 2031 first-round pick, and a 2030 first-round pick swap for Mark Williams. The Lakers ultimately thought, after reading his physical, that trade was not good enough. I don't know if they felt less confident in Mark Williams' physical, or they didn't feel confident enough giving up that much assets to get them. So the good news for the Lakers is that they still have those assets. I guess not Cam Reddish, but I don't really consider that much of an asset to begin with. But they still do have Dalton Knecht. They still do have the first-round pick. And the Lakers, at the end of the day, I think Luka Doncic, Rob Pelinka, and this Lakers organization wanted this trade to work. So in my personal opinion, and yes, I work for Lakers Digest, I could be biased, I personally think that the Lakers were that concerned. And look, Mark Williams played only 44 games this year, and this is not someone who's been the poster child for durability. He's had the back issues, he's had the feet issues as well. So this is somebody who's had a laundry list of injuries, and they clearly saw something in their medical evaluation of him during the physical that they were not comfortable with at all. I think they wanted this trade to desperately work, but clearly something was wrong. It wasn't like they gave up a king's ransom to go get Mark Williams. I personally think that there was some foul play there. Mark Williams, of course, doesn't like his name ran through the mud like that, but dude, like, come on, just go play some basketball, man. I mean, Charlotte ain't too bad. I mean, you played at Duke, you got the same similar fans there. But that's going to bring us to our final point here, guys, because now the Lakers have to move forward without Mark Williams. Who are some of the center targets that they should be looking for instead to help out Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and this Los Angeles Lakers team that desperately lacked the size in the middle? And Rob Pelinka made his points clear during the Lakers outro press conference, if you will, end of season press conference, that they are targeting centers. That is going to be priority number one. So we're always going to talk about throughout the offseason, guys, what these centers are and some of these targets. We'll go a little more into depth with each player. And if there's a player specifically you want us to talk about, feel free to let us know in the comments, and I will be happy to make a video on it. But here are just some of the names, guys, that will be available. Again, some of the names, and these are free agents, guys. So Brook Lopez, Clint Capella, Miles Turner, Naz Reid, Steven Adams, Mo Wagner, Al Horford, Kevon Looney, Andre Drummond, Dwight Powell, and Taj Gibson. All these guys will be available for the Los Angeles Lakers, I guess, to various extents. And all of these guys do bring something a little bit different to the table. Of course, guys, there will be some trade candidates as well, whether you're looking at somebody like a Walker Kessler, Nick Claxton. I've seen John Collins. I've seen Jaren Jackson as a potential candidate as well. Who knows what's going on in Memphis right now? We'll make videos on all of these guys. But here are guys who will be free agents. And I guess the question is, what kind of cap space are the Lakers going to have? Not a lot, right? If LeBron opts to take less money like he was willing to do last offseason, that could open up a mid-level exception and perhaps bring in someone for around $14 million a year. Based on these contracts, guys you can probably get for that much money. Brook Lopez, Clint Capella. Clint Capella, guys, screams Los Angeles Laker. I know he made $22 million this year. He's not going to make that much, being 31 years old by the time, I believe, free agency hits. But he's the perfect type of center that fits. Miles Turner, I think, is going to stay with the Pacers. I think Naz Reid stays with the Timberwolves. Steven Adams could potentially be a possibility, although he's not that rim threat. Al Horford, I think will probably stay with the Celtics, but who knows? They're trying to shed some cap. Perhaps he's gone and would be a good big man, but not necessarily the lob threat. Dwight Powell, of course, played with Luka Doncic in Dallas, but I don't necessarily think the Lakers are going to want to put all their eggs in one basket in a guy like Dwight Powell, who did play his college ball in Stanford in California. So in terms of those targets, guys, I've seen Brook Lopez as a guy, but I do like Brook Lopez a lot. I just think that with a lob threat, that's what the Lakers need. They need someone who can switch on defense, catch some lobs. I mean, at this point, maybe they just need good big men, whoever that is, just come wear the purple and gold. But they're also going to need some, in my opinion, some guys on the perimeter as well, as there really was only about 5 players that J.J. Redick truly trusted. We saw that in Game 4, where he only played LeBron, Luka, Austin, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Rui Hachimura in that final, make-or-break Game 4 game that ended up being a loss for the Lakers. The only 5 guys he truly, truly trusted out there, and definitely not a true center that they have that they trust on the roster right now. So let me know down below in the comments, guys. What do you think of this whole thing? Mark Williams getting his laugh, I guess, but at the same time, dude, you play on one of the worst teams and one of the most poorly ran franchises in the NBA. So I guess I don't blame him for wanting to try to get out of there as quickly as possible. Perhaps this failed deal had potentially kind of ruined his trade value. I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is, I guess. But again, guys, I'm going to say it one more time. If you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button to keep up with everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers here as we are trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. We'll talk about everything because, the Lakers, the season might be done, but all the rumors, everything surrounding the Lakers is definitely not going to stop, and we will cover it all here on Lakers Digest.